Hey guys, it's Daniel, aka FloppyPENGuinn here, and welcome back for episode 5 of my Junior Gold Arsenal building series. This is the final episode in the series, and today I'm going to be going over my complete Junior Gold Arsenal for 2019, and I'm going to be showing some shots of each bowling ball on a sport pattern today. So stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So, in today's episode, as I just said, I'm going to be going over some shots on a sport pattern with each of the bowling balls in my Junior Gold arsenal. So, today's sport pattern is going to be the wolf pattern, which is a PBA animal pattern, and it is the shortest pattern at 33 feet. And so, with this, I'm going to be showing what not to do and some pointers on what to do on a short sport pattern. So for starters, let me show off a shot with my track tactics. This shot is what not to do. A lot of people see that friction all over the lane and they instantly think that they have to move way left and sort of swing it to the right and just kind of crank it in order to play the pattern properly, and that is not true. As you can see, I left a 210 and it really did not look good because I had my angle too open and I was throwing it so far towards the gutter and trying to cover too many boards. So next, let me show a shot with my Web Tour Edition. So a lot of people think that on the opposite end, where you would want to go to something with a lot of surface and play it a little straighter through the heads, that might work on a few short sport patterns, but as you can see here with my Web Tour Edition, it instantly wanted to grab and go left of the head pin. And the last mistake that I hear a lot of people make is they want to grab a shiny ball, and I used to do this as well. You want to grab a shiny ball and move a little bit left of the track and just kind of try to swing it a lot or come around it a lot. And as you can see in this shot with my Eruption Pro Blue, which is polished, that it does not look good. So continuing on what to do. Well, the first thing that I found was let's try urethane. So I put 1000 grit on my purple hammer, the one with the 5-inch pin to PAP. If you haven't seen my guide to urethane and surface, be sure to check it out at the information card on your screen. On this day, I started trying to mess around with urethane to see if it was playable on the outside. So I put 1000 grit on my purple hammer, and going with that, it looked okay, but as you can see in this shot, it lost a lot of energy and barely was able to carry through the pins. So continuing forward, I put 500 on it, and that helped a little bit in the beginning, and then the surface kind of started to wear down and it didn't look near as good. So then I tried the Tritan Elite, the Track Tritan Elite, and it actually looked really good. From being able to stand just a little left of where I was with the purple hammer and just kind of lay it on the lane, not have to put any extra hand on it at all. And as you can see in this shot, it actually went high flush and looked really good. Other than that, I also found a good line with my tactics, as I'll show you right now. But using reactive resin on a pattern like this, a lot of people tend to go towards, and this is true in the professional realm as well, where they go towards trying to get the ball to roll out so that it does not overflare. So as you can see in this shot, I tried for a little while to play that rollout shot with my tactics. And it looked okay, but the problem that you can run into with this is you can leave a lot of ringing 10s or flat 10s for a right-hander. And of course for a left-hander that would be flat 7s and ringing 7 pins. And it really is a difficult line to play if you plan on trying to carry through the pins, which sometimes can work, but in my opinion is not the best strategy. I believe that the best strategy that I had on this pattern was with my Tritan Elite and just moving a touch left. So I believe I was standing a little bit right of 20, I believe 17, 18, and just trying to lay it down and not hit up on it, and just kind of get it over to maybe the 6 board, 5 board at the arrows, and just get it out to 1, 2, 3 at the break point. And there are a lot of short patterns that play into either doing this with resin, or a lot of short patterns as well play where you go up the gutter. And I'll throw in a shot of that as well on a different pattern, being able to play up the gutter and just kind of playing it that way. For a shot like Wolf, that's very difficult, especially for the difficulty of the pattern. But for a lot of short patterns, playing up the gutter is ideal. Last year at Junior Gold, I remember I threw my purple hammer for 3 of the 4 games. I believe for the first game, I threw my Paradox Black and was able to shoot a 2-teen game the first game. And then I believe I went about 170, 220 ish, and I don't remember my last game. But I certainly remember doing that and was able to get away with it. And surface is very important, but remember at Junior Gold that you're not allowed to change the surface of your bowling ball once the warm-up session begins before your squad starts. So during the practice sessions the weekend before, you're absolutely able to and allowed to. But then once you get into the building and your lane lights come on for a warm-up before you start bowling their 4 games every day, then you are not allowed to change the surface of your bowling ball, which is kind of rough and a very obscure rule that a lot of people have different opinions on. But continuing forward, I'll show a shot of my Eruption Pro Blue as well, just so you can see what that did once I got it lined up to the pocket. Although this is certainly something that I would not find a reliable ball motion for myself. And I'll also throw in another one of my Tritan Elite because I felt like that was the most reliable ball motion that I had on this pattern, and was able to utilize it to the best and have the most miss room or mistake area with it. And other than that, just remember at Junior Gold, making your spares is something that's very important. I learned that really hard last year because on the first day I had a bad spare day, and the other 3 days I did really well. And I ended up missing cut by 12 pins, and it cost me. And looking back on that, it's certainly a learning experience and something that I have to be able to learn from. And so, continuing to the future, I want to be able to bring that knowledge into this year's Junior Gold in 2019, and I can't wait to have much better of a time and to have some fun out there in Detroit, Michigan. I've never been to Michigan before, so I'm really excited to be going. I'm really happy and thankful that I'm able to go this year. Other than that, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this whole series. And let me know if you've got any questions in the comments section below. And be sure to leave a like on this video and follow me at FloppyPENGuinn on Twitter, same as that username below. And have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.